Welcome back to another video vlog over here in Jerusalem. It's day 7, and today, as it was Shabbat, most of the Jewish part of the city was closed, so we did not take part in a Yad Vashem program. We headed down for a tour with Amir to the Old City, and we went through the Christian quarter and the Armenian quarter. Fantastic day. We started off early, went to a couple of churches, went to the Abbey of Dormiton, which was a stunning, beautiful abbey with this massive organ and brilliant kind of mosaics, little kind of enclaves with different mosaics. You know, James and John there with their fire and lightning, and Jesus in the middle of them, depicting Bible stories. Basically, that was very cool. Next, we went to look at a couple of places where the Crusaders claimed these were biblical places, and you know, obviously you want to take it with a caveat. But we saw the upper room where Jesus supposedly had his Last Supper with his disciples, which was amazing. We went to see the tomb of King David, which I think is on a bit more solid footing from an archaeological point of view, and that was pretty amazing to see as well. We then travelled and saw the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is where the Orthodox and Roman Catholic churches believe Jesus was crucified. So we saw pilgrims waiting in line to come and touch the stone where they believe the cross was placed, and they would come and kind of go into this little box and touch the top of the stone, and then we walked up and down and around, and you saw the kind of stone from the side. We also went into a tomb that they believe was built by Joseph of Arimathea after the tomb he gave the tomb to Jesus. So it's regardless of authenticity, archaeologically speaking, it's a similar type tomb where you kind of went into this little cave area, and then you had different areas where bodies were placed once they'd been wrapped in their burial shroud. So that was quite amazing. I'm pretty claustrophobic, as some people know now from earlier vlogs. So I kind of went in there, and someone started coming in behind me, so I had to turn around and say sorry. I'm going to have to step out because it was quite a constricted space. After that, we went and saw a couple of archaeological remains. So part of the first wall, which was 8 meters high, as in it was part of it. Originally it was 8 meters high and incredibly thick. That was very cool to see. It's kind of like you look down in the city to this trench that had been dug, so that we could see the remains of the first wall of the original city. And we went to have a look at the Cardo, which was a Roman road, I guess you'd call it, but much more than a road. So it was a covered colonnade. It ran east to west through every Roman city of note, hence the name Cardo, the heart of the city, cardiology. And this street, so the colonnade was on the side of the street where you'd have shops, etc., built into the bedrock. But then they had the street proper, which was 25 to 30 meters wide. So this would have been an amazing sight. It went kind of cut into the bedrock, so it was flat and straight, and it went for nearly a kilometer. So we haven't actually obviously dug the whole thing up. Sections of it were there, but just to give you an idea, at the moment, the part that the Cardo covers, that's underground, there's 3 modern lanes that it covers because of the width of it. So it would have been amazing to see. So we saw a couple of columns there, and you could see the bedrock, and then little chunks taken out of the bedrock to support the colonnade. So that was very cool. Had some lunch then, chicken shawarma. Typical lunch. Got to go through some of the markets in the old city, which are these kind of really covered in streets. I'll post a video giving you an example of them. with stalls either side selling you goods. Bustling, very busy, very, very cool. And then some people went on to the Southern Ramparts Walk. I'd already done that yesterday, so I came back to the hotel, chilled for an hour or two before dinner, and then went out and had some gelato. No, I tell a lie. We originally went out for gelato, but the guy was making crepes, and they looked amazing. So I had some crepes, which were also very, very good, and listened to an Orthodox Jewish man playing acoustic covers of Led Zeppelin and the Beatles, and then headed back to the hotel. So all in all, an enjoyable day. Tomorrow, heading to Tel Aviv for the day. So it's a modern city on the coast, about an hour's drive away from Jerusalem, and we're going to see the museum. Well, it's now a museum. Originally it was the palace where Ben-Gurion signed the Declaration of Independence for the State of Israel back in 1948. So really looking forward to that, and I'll let you know how that goes tomorrow.